Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, where we're continuing our playthrough on the Kinlaig Highlands fishing map. Yeah, that was not easy for me to say for some reason. Alright, we were finishing off, well, we're doing some baling. We've got to do some wrapping. Do I have to... Hang on. Where's the button? There it is. Now, is this already started? I have no idea. Alright, we've got to wrap these up for silage. Now, when I was emptying the wheat between videos, I went and filled up the TMR for the cows and the water. And I realised they'd given birth. Now, and I did say in a previous video that once they'd given birth, I was going to think about buying some more cows. Because otherwise it's going to take a long time to get up to filling that field. Well, whether we want it full or not, I don't know. I haven't quite decided that. Because that might be a lot of work to keep them fed and watered, but then it's part of what we're doing. Yeah, I might not fill it up, but I think we should buy a few more. But I will buy them as calves, so we get it as cheap as possible, because I'm in no rush to get them. You know, they're not milking cows, so all it's really going to be is just feeding them, growing them up, and then selling them for beef. Now this is where the farming stuff is sort of more enjoyable, because there's so many things to do with just like chopping and changing, like, you know, doing a bit of baling, bit of wrapping, bit of harvesting, a bit of cow stuff, bit of everything. It's like, okay, well this is, you know, so having a lot of stuff, not necessarily in massive quantities, they can be in smaller quantities, is pretty good. Now this is going to be a little bit awkward because I didn't think about the fact that there's a bale there. I didn't think about that at all. Can it grab it? Let's see. We might be able to squeeze it. Yep. Okay. Get off, get off, get off, get off. There we go. Not the most professional approach, but... And we're going to hit it again. There we go. Snuck past. Okay, this should be the last one. Oh, I didn't fold it up. Alright, let's get this all dried out and turned into hay. Could probably get a bigger one of these one day. So we're still in July at the moment. Same month we were in the last video, where we sold all our fish. So the castle and the windmill won't have progressed. Alright, that is the tetting done. We might as well leave this up here too. I mean, it's not really the smart thing to do, but... Now, I did do a quick Google search about the fish food. Like I said, if you did put a comment on the previous video, I will see it after this video, because I haven't... This is recorded straight after the other one, excluding me just Googling. And I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any mention of it being removed or not being sellable. So I'm not sure. Like I said, I can only think of two things that could possibly be the problem. Well, three. I have to restart the game because it's bugged out and won't sell it to me. That's one. Two is they did an update and removed the feature because they wanted you to not be able to buy it, and they want you to actually produce the fish food. Otherwise you can't do fish. And then alternatively, it's a time of year or a supply issue. The warehouse doesn't have unlimited stock of it and only sells it at particular times of the year or when it has stock. Yeah. And that one I would have to just sort of wait and see what happens. But that means that my fish production will be impacted, especially the salmon. So not ideal. So depending on how much work we have, if we have enough work to keep us busy this month, or this month, and this video, then I won't do anything about it, and I will wait to see if anybody has any thoughts or suggestions on it. But if we run out of work and we want to move forward in the game, then I guess I'll have to do something about it in this video. And my only thought is exactly what I said previously. We are going to have to buy the fish food factory and then buy the ingredients. And we're just going to have to keep doing that. And then over time, we will hopefully start making the produce to go in the fish food factory and stop buying it. But it all depends. Well, like I said, depends if we've got enough work to keep ourselves busy for now and whether I can hold off. But I don't want to go to the next month without it there because our salmon production will stop. And I don't want that. We only sell fish once a year. I want to make the most of it. Now the other new produce, I mean there's plenty of new productions that we haven't even looked at, which is all to do with onions. And that's the other new crop, which we still haven't looked at on this farm. I'm not sure what I want to do about that, because, originally the concept was I would like to do everything that's new within reason. But there's a lot of new onion productions. But I'm in two minds because it's sort of like, okay, is that starting to get on to a bit too much sort of work now, whereas maybe that is better suited to something else. Like, like if we went back to Sri Lanka, whatever it's called, where I was doing the grapes and olives, which we never finished that one. We just sort of put it on hold. It's not cancelled. It is on hold. So if you were watching that one, I'm hoping to come back to it. But obviously this is the, this DLC came out You gotta jump on it while it's hot on YouTube, you know, and plus it was sort of more exciting stuff, you know, fishing, it was brand new, blah blah blah. Yeah, so at some point, once we get a little bit exhausted on this map, the plan is to go back to Zalonska. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, whatever the bloody place is, and continue with the grapes and olives. And I'm just wondering, do we maybe do the onions there as well? Because then that will give us something extra there, and we're not focusing on fishing, and we're not worrying about building a castle or anything like that. We don't have any cattle, because we already have quite a lot to manage on this one. You know, as I said, we've got a windmill to build, we've got a castle to build, we're doing the Highlands cattle, there's the whole fishing thing. It's a lot. That's a lot to keep track of. And we haven't even really got into more fields, because there's a high chance that what I'm looking at doing is, once we get the fish food factory, we need to make sure that we have enough ingredients for a year's production of it. So, depending on what we get from these fields, we might need more wheat fields, more sunflower fields, more soybean fields, because those little fields we have might not be anywhere near enough to supply the fish food factory for a year. And that would be the ultimate goal, would be to have enough ingredients to have the fish food factory supplied for a year, to provide fish food to both the young fish and the actual offshore fish. And we might want to expand that offshore fish too, so that the young fish thing never fills and is just like, you know, the right amount. Or, yeah, because I don't think I want to buy a second one. I mean, could we? If we did it, it'd have to be on our farm, because I don't think, even though we bought that location, we can't put it on there because we don't own the land. We only own the building itself. I mean, I do find that a little bit annoying when it's a place that could potentially have a lot of space around it, a lot of car park. You sort of wish that, you know, if I want to adjust it or add some more stuff to it, I could, but that's not the way it works. Anyway, there's a lot of thoughts in my head. Whether we get to any of them, who knows? We might get to the point where we finish the windmill, we finish the castle, and we just go, you know what, I'm bored. Let's move on. I don't want to expand this anymore. I don't want to get to whatever level. And there might also be different games to play all together. Don't know. Your guidance is always appreciated. If you're watching these and you want to continue to see this game on the channel, you know, let me know. Show me that you like it and that you want to see it, because sometimes it's hard for me to tell. And I'm basically just playing games that I like to play. And I mean, obviously that's what I'm going to keep doing. I mean, if people ask me to play a game and I don't like it, I'm not going to. think I've pretty much shown that, where I have stopped playing certain games at certain periods of time where, or like, I've enjoyed them to a point and then stopped. That's exactly what happened with Satisfactory at the moment. I enjoyed it and then it got too complicated for me and I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So I stopped. And that might happen with games like Anno or... I don't know, they're pretty much the games that happens to. everything else is pretty good as long as I can find something interesting and it doesn't have a lot of pressure. Like this game, it doesn't really have a lot of pressure. Yeah, it takes a bit of work and not necessarily complicated, but takes some time to build things up. But it's not like I've got to sit there doing math and trying to work out, okay, how do I do this production? I've got to add 2 of these to 1 of these to 3 of these. Yeah, this is pretty simple, which is what I like about it. I mean, yes, I sit here thinking to myself when I'm playing this game, how weird it is that I'm enjoying a farming game, and yet if I was actually a farmer, I would probably not be happy because it's just way too much work. I think driving the tractors would be pretty good, but everything else, man, way too much work. I'm lazy. I don't want that much work. But I think everybody has that. All those simulator games. We all love playing these simulator games, but if you were actually asked to do those jobs in the real world, oh man, you'd just go, no way. No, I'm not doing that. That sucks. Alright, let's go get the auto lifter thingamabobby. What do you call it? And get these bales picked up. Where did I park it? Oh, it's down there. We still have to do the straw too. Am I am the wrong way. Am I gonna get in there? I think since I took the beacons off, I think I can fit under here. Because I think the beacons were the things that stuck up. Oh, it's so snug. Oh, is the thing gonna fit under? No. I cannot see. I don't know where I'm going. Now, I don't know if we can mix. I know you can't mix different sizes, but can you mix wrapped and unwrapped? Like hay and grass or silage. It's not silage yet, it's grass, but well, let's find out. Yeah, you can. Okay. It's just as long as it's not a different size. I mean, you probably wouldn't normally do this because you wouldn't want it mixed, but since we're probably just going to put it in the... Oh crap, what have I done? In the warehouse. Or warehouse. Whatever it is. Our storage thing. Though we probably could have put this hay straight in the TMR, but I won't be now. Okay, we are full. Alright, next batch. What is the deal with the TMR actually? Okay, so the hay's full anyway. Alright, let's turn it on for a bit. Alright, I had done the wrong button. I was thinking, why isn't it unloading? It's because I had pressed transport, not unload. Alright, so we're going to have to pick up bales from the wheat. So that's running. Let's go have a look. Are these the babies? Hello? Pity can't pet them. So, like I said, let's check the sales too. Hang on. Ah, why is there now a Oh, God. I hate that. Like, they just put one in after I've bought it. Okay, animal dealer. Okay, so Highlands cattle. So you could buy 92 for 32 grand, but I'm not going to buy that many. I'm going to buy 30 for 10. Because we make more money if they just naturally breed. Now, demand on food and that will go up at some point. Let's put this somewhere. Alright, let's try that again. Somewhere convenient. That'll do. What is the price of the cows right now? I don't know what the top price is. So we're in dollars, so we're at 3,208. We're going to have to see if that goes up anymore. Because they've already reproduced, right? So we could... At what age do they... So from 18 months. So these guys here... it says from 18 months, but from my experience of the cows, it's nowhere near 18 months. Because once you get... It's 18 months to fully get past puberty. But then you have to get the reproduction up to 100%, which takes a few months. Because, these ones here, we didn't have them from 18 months though, so these ones here are hard to calculate because they came with the farm. But, we only just had them reproduce at, say, 28 months. 28, they're 29 now, but they were probably 28 at the time of reproducing. But like I said, they came with the farm, so it may not be 100% accurate. But I need to find out what the top dollar is. Where the heck am I going? I am going to get the baler. Now, I also need to work out if we need to do anything with this grass. pH is okay, bad. It's good. I mean, you probably have to go by the whole field statistics, do we not? It says the pH is good. Nitrogen is good. Yeah, I don't know whether there's any point in liming or fertilizing, because some of it just might be the soil type. Like, you can't get it any better, but the problem is I won't know unless I just try, because I don't really understand it. Not 100%, so, you know, it'd be sort of like, okay, we'll get the lime machine out and see what it does. Get the fertilizer out, see what it does. Now, the other thing I was going to do, I was not going to cultivate this field because I have a sneaking suspicion that my planter seeder thing is a direct drill, and if it is, that's way better. We get a better environment thing. Alright, let's get this done, and then I'm not sure, we might be done for the month. I don't know, or I'll have to think about that food thing, fish factory, fish food. Right, anyway, let's get this done. Alright, we're just coming up to the last bit now. So, yeah, we'll have to end the video in a moment. But in the next, well, in between videos, I will pick up these bales and that's annoying, 67%. Well, that'll be for next time. Yeah, I'll pick up these bales, put them away. How's the TMR going? I might do some experiments with our, what do you call it? It's still going. It's alright. I just want to turn it off as soon as it's pretty much full. Or empty. Empty of supplies, whatever, whichever comes first. Yeah, I might do some experimentation with the grass, just see what the lime and fertilizer does. I just need to get a better understanding of it. I'm going to put this up back where the grass thing is. Yeah, like I said, I'll pick up the bales, put them in the storage, and yeah, I'll experiment with this, but we won't go any further. So let me know what you think about the fish food, if you have an answer about that or not. Like I said, if I can't get a clear answer, then I'm pretty confident my decision's going to be just to buy the fish food factory and then buy the ingredients to get it going. Yeah, because I think that's going to be a lot better than the alternative, which is no fish. Definitely. But let me know your thoughts, because if you say to me, oh no, it's just this month, they're not selling it, or I might also exit the game and come back in and just see if it's available, just in case it's a weird glitch or something like that. I'll try a few things. We'll see. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, opinions, all that sort of stuff. If you're liking the content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.